All right, in this video, we're going to talk about how many carbs should a diabetic consume on a daily basis. Now, for the answer, it'd make perfect logical sense to go to the experts, right? The people that are certified in this condition, someone who has the mainstream credentials. Let's take a look at what the experts say. They recommend that 45 to 60% of your calories should be from carbohydrates. No, I'm not kidding. So if your daily calories are 1,800 divided by 2, they're recommending 900 calories be carbohydrates. That comes out to 225 grams of carbohydrates per day. Now, they also say that there's no magical exact number of carbs you should take. Appetite and hunger does play a role in this condition, but I don't know about you, but this is completely and utter insanity. Now, why in the world would you ever want to give someone who has too many carbs in their blood more carbs? I mean, if your house is burning down, are you going to dump more gasoline in the house? It just makes no logical sense. Here's an example of what's being recommended for breakfast. 1/2 cup of oats, 1 cup of low-fat milk, 2/3 of a banana. Not a whole banana, but 2/3 of a banana because these calories do count. 1/4 cup of walnuts. Lunch, 2 slices of whole wheat bread, 4 ounces of lean turkey, 1 slice of low-fat cheese, 1/2 of a tomato, 8 baby carrots. Dinner, 1 skinless chicken breast, 1 cup of brown rice, 2 tablespoons of margarine. Don't forget the snack at night with the fruit or nuts, and the snack between lunch and dinner. This is a recipe for disaster. If you are a diabetic and you're new to my channel, you need to click down below at the end of this video to get more information on what you should be eating, because if you follow this recommendation, you're going to have a heck of a time ever coming off your medications. Now, I do want to make a disclaimer. Check with your doctor before taking my advice, okay? This is just my opinion. Usually a diabetic type 2 is not on insulin, but sometimes they are. And so they may use this mealtime insulin formula where you have this carb gram dose formula, which is based on the insulin to carb ratio. So if you're eating more carbs, you'll take so much more insulin. I mean, here's my thought. Where do you think the carbs are going when you take the insulin or you take any medication? Are they magically evaporating? No, they're being taken from one place and moved to another place in your body. So you're just basically taking this one problem and giving your body another problem. All right, what can you do? The most scientific thing is to reduce your carbs down to less than 50 grams per day, preferably lower than that, maybe 20 grams per day. That would be a very smart thing to do because now the need for insulin goes way down. And guess what else goes down? Your appetite and your hunger. If you don't reduce your carbs, you're always going to be hungry and you're going to have a large appetite. You're going to be craving carbs, making it really hard to stick to any program to help you lose weight. Number 2, very important, stop snacking. We're not stopping snacking to reduce calories. We're stopping snacking to do intermittent fasting because eating triggers insulin. Apply intermittent fasting by arranging your meals so you're only doing 2 meals a day. Do not worry about calories. Actually add more fat to the meals so you can go longer and fast. And that's going to greatly help you increase more healthy fats to allow you to fast longer. I just mentioned that. And stop the so-called healthy carbs. And that would be the fruits and the whole grain bread and, of course, the brown rice. Now, one other point that you should know, when you go low-fat milk or protein or lean turkey or skinless chicken breast, you're increasing the concentration of protein. And based on the insulin index, which is a scale of all the non-carbohydrate foods in relationship to stimulating insulin, you're going to get a much higher spike when you go low-fat protein than if you consume the food in the whole form where it originally came with a certain amount of fat. All right, number 6, salt. When you actually start restricting your salt, you increase the risk of insulin resistance. You actually worsen your blood sugar. So don't be afraid to take some sea salt. Himalayan sea salt is the best because Himalayan sea salt doesn't have the microplastics that are in some of the other sea salts. And then your fat. You want to make sure you avoid omega-6 fat, and that would be avoiding the soy oil, the canola, the corn oil, which is highly inflammatory, and that alone can increase the risk of diabetes. Instead, increase your omega-3 fatty acids. Fatty fish, like salmon, is a real good alternative. All right, that was a very long answer to this question, but keep your carbs between 20 and 50 grams, and your body will be very, very happy. Hey, before you go, if you're benefiting from any of my content, I would love to hear about your success story. Please share it in the link down below.